Now, I'm making these videos, the last two, right? Not because I want to shit on women. Not because, like, I think that women are a problem. Quite the opposite. I have a daughter, you know what I mean? I have a mother. I have two sisters, you know? In fact, my sisters are in relationships and have been married for longer than I've been married. So I know that there are women out there who can make a marriage work. It's more along the lines of my sisters were raised with me, so they understand what it's like to be around a man. You know what I mean? Like they watched how I was treated when I was growing up. You know, they watched the situations that I found myself in. They watched how I went out of my way to try to protect them from, the situations we were in when we were growing up. And for those of you who don't know, we were not in the best situation growing up. We wound up being abused by our stepmom and our stepbrothers. And I went out of my way to try to protect my sisters in as many ways as I could, but I was still less than 9 years old during the situation, and the only thing I could really do is, kind of like grab that Sauron's eye and make sure that the attention was on me so that if anyone came around to try to hurt us, they would kind of just ignore my sisters and come for me, There's not much you can do in that situation. But they did see how, like, the world affected me and how people seem to care about what happened to them, but care less about what happened to me. And this is kind of just how the world works, right? Like, most people don't give a crap about men, how men feel, or what men need to go through. It's kind of this unwritten rule that women get taught, like what to expect and how they should be treated, and that men should just treat all women like a princess. And I don't know if Disney's at fault for this, but I do know that my daughter is well aware, right, that I went through a lot, and that, the relationship that we went through didn't really work with me and my ex-wife. And, like, I've had these personal conversations with her where I explained to her that if she wants to be in a successful relationship, she needs to acknowledge that it's not all about her. Like, it's great to be with somebody you want to be with and have these emotions with this person and feel like you matter. But in the end, like, it's bigger than just you, like, this is a relationship. It's built off both of you.